Hello everyone, this is ChairType, and welcome back to Exit Corners. At the end of the last episode, we left off with the computer-generated face thing telling us that things were about to get deadly, so getting interesting. So let's get into this and see how it goes. Chapter 3, Distant Contact. Exit/Corners. It was the name of the game that Ink and his fellow contestants had no choice but to play. The goal was simple: explore the Four Elements Hotel and find the exit. The hotel was slated to collapse in 24 hours, killing those still trapped inside. The one claiming to be responsible for their predicament was a figure named Scent. His motives, as well as his true identity, remained a mystery to Ink. According to Scent, many puzzles and dangers awaited the contestants. Ink couldn't fathom why either were necessary. Whatever the reason, Ink knew it would be essential to proceed with caution from here on out. The chamber connected to the lounge was barely large enough for all 5 contestants. If anything, it seemed more like an extension of the previous room. Another monitor, so this door's probably locked too. I guess Scent doesn't excel in the creativity department. Ray stood in front of the screen, already hard at work solving whatever puzzle their captor had left for them. Hey, want a hand, Ray? I'm close to figuring it out. Don't distract me. I might be able to help you solve it faster, you know. I said, don't distract me. Yep, he's still pretty angry. I want to help with the puzzle, but the last thing I want to do is start a fight with this guy. Damn, I shouldn't have been so wishy-washy back there. Ink turned to face the other 3 contestants. Ray, you're behaving like a child. Save your breath. He's not even listening to us anymore. So, what are we supposed to do now? We should still solve the puzzle, right? It's the only way forward. That's right, Aether. Solving the puzzle is our only option. Ray can ignore us all he likes, but we don't need his help with this. Well, let's get started then. No. Excuse me? The puzzle can wait. Let's head back into the lounge. Huh? Why? It's important. Now follow me. What could be more important than the puzzle? I suppose I can spare her a few minutes of my time. You sure about that, Beth? Just a few minutes ago you had her under pretty intense scrutiny. As did you, if I remember correctly, but that's precisely why I want to hear from her. I'll join you, Beth. Well, if anyone can figure the puzzle out on their own, it's probably Ray. Giving him some space might not be a bad idea. You two go on ahead. I'll be there in a sec. By the way, I'm reading faster this time. Figure that'll get through it quicker. The episodes have been rather stretching on, so I'm trying not to bore anyone. Beth and Aether exchanged a nod before leaving. Hey, Ray? What? Can you come get us when you solve the puzzle, or when you get stuck? Yeah, don't worry. Thanks. Leaving Ray alone with the puzzle, Ink doubled back into the lounge. Alright, I'm here. Good. Sorry, that's Lisa. Good. You've all been given one of these, right? Oh, I had almost forgotten about my Gemini, and Scene for that matter. Yeah, considering that's like the only contact to the outside world, and therefore like the police and stuff, that seems rather important. Seems like a bit of an oversight. Yeah, I've got one. Well, what are you waiting for? Send your contact a message asking for help. If we can get our contacts to look for us, we might be able to get out of here without having to play this stupid game. Yeah, I'm starting to like Lisa. She's actually pretty smart. Right. Ink followed her example and reached for his Gemini. Why were we even giving these? Are they here to throw us off, or... It certainly is strange. Why hold us captive if we can just call for help? Who cares? The important thing is that we have these phones. There's no point in not using them. I suppose you're right. Even so... You know how to use one of these, right, Beth? I do, though I'm rather slow at selecting the right letters. I can type a few messages out for you if you'd like. You don't need to do that, Aether. I'd hate to waste your time. Oh, don't you worry about that. It won't take long. If you insist, I suppose there's no harm in trying. Aether knelt down to Beth, and they began to pose a message for Beth's contact. Their whispers soon made way for the rapid tapping of screens. Now would be a good time to message Sean again. Sean, please tell me you're there. Sup, you back on campus yet? Sean, listen. What I'm about to tell you probably won't make any sense, but I need you to pay attention. I think I'm in serious danger. Sounds like someone had a bad morning. Did you have a run-in with that girl's dad? Worse than that, I'm afraid. You know that story where a psycho kidnaps a bunch of people and forces them to play a game? Isn't every story like that these days? Which one are you referring to? Point is, I've been kidnapped and I'm trapped in a hotel. I've got 24 hours to make it out of this here, or I'm going to die. Okay, and I've been forgetting to use the voice I selected for Sean. You hi, bud? This isn't a joke, Sean. You're my contact, and since that I'll need your help to get out of here. WTF are you going on about? I understand none of that. I was trying to give him like a Cockney accent, but now it's not working. I'll explain later. Can you just promise me you'll do what I ask? Yeah, I guess. You need to send some help over to a hotel called the Four Elements. Police, fire crew, anything. I don't even know where that is. Is that in Balebridge? Now I'm just going for British. I'm not sure. Look that up for me? I can do that. I'm not at my computer right now, though. What about your actual phone? Left it in my room. Saws. Not sure what that means. I thought you were busy shitposting. I have many exciting hobbies, such as mooching free brunch from bookstore guy. But I can head back to my room and start, if that's what you want. I can tell you still don't believe me, but if you've ever considered yourself my friend, then please help me out. Alright, buddy, I'm on it. I'll message you when I find the address of this Four Elements place. Thanks, that would be a huge help. BBL then, hang in there. Alright, good news everyone. My friend Sean is going to look up our location, then send help. That's great. Ow, ow, ow. Neck. Okay. That's a bit better. That's great. Do you think it'll take him long? He should get back to me shortly. He's a bit of a joker sometimes, but he's not one to dawdle when something important is on the line. There was a brief lull. It was only then that Ink had noticed Beth's demeanor. Her skin had turned a pasty white color, and her once excellent posture had regressed into a slouch. What's the matter, Beth? Beth's contact hasn't responded yet. She sent him a message, but there hasn't been a reply. Don't worry, Beth. Your contact probably isn't near their Gemini right now. Either that or they haven't received it yet, right? He simply doesn't want to talk to me. I'm not expecting a reply. If you don't mind me asking, who is your contact, Beth? Ink, I'm not sure that's something she wants to talk about right now. It's fine, Aether. I think it would be best if we didn't keep any secrets. My contact is named Earl. He's my son. Okay, I was expecting something like that. Either like son or ex-husband or something like that. Oh, I had no idea. Your own son doesn't even want to talk to you? Yeesh. We haven't spoken for quite some time, and I'm afraid that the last time we spoke, we didn't exactly end it on a positive note. It must be some cruel joke that chose him as my contact. I don't suppose we'll be getting any help from him, then. That's all right. My father should be able to get us rescued. I take it you've made some progress? I've told him the name of the hotel. Once he determines my exact location, he'll be sending some of my personal escorts to extract me. I'm guessing like the name of this hotel isn't on any registry or something, because that would be too easy. I'm guessing, I don't know why they're calling it the Four Elements, but I'm guessing that's like not its official name, and so no one will be able to find them. Personal escorts, so they're like your bodyguards? Something like that. They're the best of the best. I don't know. I'd say they kind of suck if they let you get kidnapped. Ooh. Be snarky or... to snark or not to snark? Tempting, but I've got to go with not to snark. That sounds pretty serious. Does your father have enemies? Who is he exactly? His name is Nolan Thatcher, and nobody with a smidgen of common sense would try to cross him. He's as influential as he is wealthy. If he's as influential as you say he is, then certainly he must have some enemies. Other than a kid who keyed our car and some asshole who tried to burn down our house, no, I can't think of anyone. Why do you ask? That's... Someone burning down your house is not really not really something like... It's not really an exception. That counts. That's serious. You should be concerned about that. Earlier this morning, you said that you had a feeling someone would try this eventually. Now you're telling me your dad hired out elite escorts for you. It sure sounds like someone's got it in for either you or your father. That's different. How so? I'm just worth protecting, that's all. That's a cover-up for something if I've ever heard one. Okay, so I'm guessing this has something to do with the secrecy earlier. Whatever. Hey, Aether. What is it? Isn't your contact your father? Yeah? Same as me, then. Yeah, same as you. Did you ask your dad to send some help too, Aether? I don't think he'll be of much help to us. I'm sorry. Aether looked away, flustered, and hadn't a clue what the deal with her father was, but felt genuinely sorry for having brought it up. Don't worry about it then. If it's any consolation, my dad wouldn't be of any help either. The door behind Ink snapped open. Ray had returned. Oh, Ray, have you solved the puzzle already? Not really, no. I'm just taking a small break. My hands are starting to cramp up, so I thought I'd come sit down. His hands are cramping up? What? Didn't you say that you were close to figuring it out? Well, my first solution fell through, and my other method is taking me a while. Besides, if I rest for a bit, I might be able to solve it the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way? Funny, I was under the impression that programmers were good at problem-solving. Well, I mean, yes, that is kind of the whole job description. If programming is basically being given a problem and then being told to write a program to solve it. Although, I mean, it depends on the kind of problem. If it's like something similar to programming, then a programmer would be good at it, but if it's like a riddle like we've had, or like lateral thinking, or like wordplay or something, then the average programmer might not be good at it. I'd like to see you do better. A spoiled little girl like you doesn't have even a tenth of my talent. Sorry. And I'm thankful for that. The only talent you seem to have is giving up. Erg! I'm not giving up. I'm just... Stop! Beth, for the second time today, had brought their argument to a halt with one well-timed shout. She had a powerful voice. This is ridiculous. Can't you just once speak to each other without getting into a fight? I was actually kind of wondering that myself. Maybe we ought to give Ray his break and get started on the puzzle ourselves. What do you say to that, Lisa? Fine. We've all messaged our contacts, so we can go. I'd like to help with the puzzle, too. Now that's what I like to hear. Let's hop to it. Ink, do you think you could keep Ray company while he and Lisa let off some steam? I can do that, I guess. Thank you. See if you can get him to message his contact while you're at it. Sure. Beth and the other girls made their way into the next room. Now alone with Ray, Ink struggled to find a suitable conversation starter. So, how was the puzzle? This one's tougher than the other two. You think Scent made this one unbeatable? No, Scent might be completely nuts, but I don't think he'd do something like that. We've been told multiple times that we're playing a game, and it's not a game if you can't win. This puzzle's different from the others, that's all. It's less of a tile thing and more of a button thing. Oh? Is it like a life puzzle? Okay, he said, not as detailed as I would have, not as detailed, as I would have liked, but okay. You know, out of all the weird-ass things to happen to me this morning, these puzzles got to be the most confusing. I mean, why are they even here? Who the hell would have something to gain from this? I've been wondering that myself. Maybe Scent is one of those Darwinist freaks. Darwinist? You mean like natural selection? Yeah. Maybe Scent is convinced that if we can't solve these puzzles, then we're not fit to remain in the gene pool. That's a pretty messed up theory. Still, I guess it makes more sense than most of what I've heard today. Hey, Ray, can I ask you something? Yeah, what is it? Well, that's curious, but gonna go with the contact thing. Who is your contact? The person on the other side of your Gemini. Why, what's it to you? I'm just curious, that's all, and you never know, it might be important. Well, too bad. You aren't going to tell me? Nope. If Lisa's allowed to keep her secrets, then so am I. I can't really argue with that, I guess. I mean, I could. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. We wouldn't be able to get any help from them anyway. As far as you're concerned, I have no contact. Sure. I never want you to bring this up again. Do you understand? Okay, sorry I asked. Anyway, it's been a minute or two. I want to give the others some help with the puzzle. Fine, my handy... Okay, no, that was Ink talking. Okay. Fine. My hand eased up a bit, so I'm ready to get back to it. It was a pretty flimsy excuse, but Ink was happy that Ray seemed to have calmed down a little. He marched over to the door, but Ray cut ahead of him and made it through first. Aether and Bess huddled around the monitor in quiet contemplation. Lisa was instead off to the side, focused on her Gemini. Any luck, ladies? No, we haven't been able to figure it out yet. I haven't had a look yet. I've still got to fill my father in on some details. Let me take a crack at it then. Alright, finally. Sort by color. Okay, this is weird. I can't... Okay, so, mail, printer, video, okay, is this like a reference to an old operating system, maybe? Like, where like, maybe there's a system where each of these are color-coded. Well, let's see. Let's see. There's just like barely too many options for it to be viable for me to just check all the different solutions. And there may be some sort of twist to it anyway. Okay, Ray said he was working on it. So, Ray. Yeah? Were you able to figure out anything in your time alone? No, not really. I couldn't figure it out, so I just decided to brute force it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's another way of saying trying all the different combinations. Brute force it? Yeah, programming term. It means to try every possible combination in rapid succession. Of course, you usually write a program to do it for you, so that might not have been the right word. No, I think it applies to like any method of finding a solution. So, you just try to input every single possible combination of button presses in order? That's right. The password looks like it's 5 symbols long, and there are only 4 symbols to choose from. That means there are only 1,024 possible combinations. If you go through them systematically, you're bound to get the correct password eventually. Right, but did you really think that was the fastest way to find the correct answer? Well, no. But my original idea didn't work, and that was the only other way I knew how to solve this thing. And when it was taking longer than expected, you wanted to take a break? Yeah, pretty much. There's like a few more solutions than possible solutions than that, because you can leave some of the last spaces blank, so that's a few more. And like I said before, that's only if there's no twist. But anyway, this episode is kind of stretching on, so I'm going to stop it here, give it some thought, and come back to this in the next episode. So, let's see. Spend game and return to title. Okay, so that was another episode of Exit Corners. Some interestingness with the contacts. More inter-character drama, and yet another puzzle that I have no clue where to start on. Yeah, we'll see if I can figure this out. If it's like a reference to something that I don't know, then I won't be able to get it, but like if I can figure out how it's all connected, like what the code is, I might be able to do it. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, that was Exit Corners. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know what you thought by using the like and or comment buttons below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.